Get out of my head. Get out of my head. You're not fucking real. Welcome back to Canceled Burgers. I'm your host, Eli Halpern. And in a couple months, that joke will be funny. So 1 out of the 3 officers involved in Breonna Taylor's death was charged. And it had nothing to do with her death at all. It was from a bullet going through a different house. Now, at the time of recording this, 2 cops in Louisville were just shot. Right on.
We got a 187. It's an asshole in a blue bathrobe.
Now, Breonna Taylor's family got $12 million for her death. That's how much a black life costs these days? That's fucked up. So I'm recording to you from Austin right now, where we have defunded the police by 33%. So I ran every fucking red light to get here with a goddamn beer in my hand because they got better shit to do, like not work. Now, in addition to that, they're rioting pretty hardcore downtown, so I hear. There's journalists getting beat up and robbed. Luckily, I got Gary back here. He's safe with me. Have you seen what the guy looks like who killed Breonna Taylor? He looks like he took a knee during the opening of Black Panther. I'm sick of cops doing their job. It's a job that shouldn't be there, for the most part. The reason they raided Breonna Taylor's residence was because her boyfriend was allegedly receiving drugs in the mail. Big fucking deal. Let him do that. He's providing a service that's more respectable than the cops. If anything, a bunch of drug dealers should go raid the police officers, take all their guns, and then, use them for criminal activity. Because criminals don't kill, innocent people. They just kill other criminals. I don't know. I probably look like a cop right now because I got this mustache, but I was getting way too good looking. I had to take myself down a peg. Leave some pussy for the rest of you. All right, you're welcome. By the way, I don't like this either. This is getting shaven off after this episode. This episode is brought to you by Hone. It's a tea. It's a powder. You mix it in water, and then you drink it, and it gives you fucking energy. A lot of it. You can purchase it now by going to honeblends.com, and you'll get 15% off with the discount code Judaism. In times like this, you need something like Hone, because you need to be exercising, because if you don't, you'll be a fucking alcoholic, all right? All right, that's Hone. Discount code Judaism. 15% off. Get your fucking cardio in, you fat piece of shit. If you're watching from California, you need it. You fucking non-gym having motherfuckers. Where do you get your aggression out? Huh? I got several outlets. I got a gym. I got this. You guys, all right. What the fuck is a national coin shortage? What does that mean? We're running out of coins? Where are they going? Because of the pandemic, we can't spend enough coins? What's next? A cash shortage? Then what? Bill Gates is gonna microchip us? So we can use our microchipped hands as credit cards? Is that what's happening, America? Because it sure looks like it. And I don't like the look of that. You know what it's like to do laundry in a coin shortage? It takes me a fucking month to get enough quarters to make sure I don't smell like shit. I thought that was fried banana. Also, no. I got way too drunk the other weekend, which I haven't done in a while. I'm not proud of myself. Ever. But this time especially not. Yeah, I passed out on this girl's couch, mostly because she wouldn't fuck me. And I woke up to people talking shit about how I fell asleep on the couch and my friend giving me a wet willy. So I jumped up and started screaming, "Nightmare, nightmare," and throwing pillows pretty hard and sprinting full speed out the door where I ran into a wall. Bruised up my arm pretty good. Called a lift at some point during this. Took an elevator down, went outside, realized I was in the pool area because I needed a key fob to get in. So I turned around. I needed a key fob to get back in the building. So I hopped like 3 fences. Got in my Uber. I didn't have a mask. I was like, "Hey, excuse me, you have a mask I could use?" And he was the biggest I've ever met in my life. He was like, "Well, I mean, that's not my job, but yeah, okay. And then he opens his glove compartment and has like a box of like 100 of them, and then peels off one like a tissue and hands it to me like it was such a fucking inconvenience. And I put it on, and I'm a little out of breath because I just, hopped several fences. So I stick my nose out, which I realize at this point, which I found out people really hate if you stick your nose out of the mask. And I really wish I didn't figure that out because it's really fun to watch people lose their shit. And then I can just flip it on them and be like, you're anti-Semitic. I'm Jewish. I need this extra space. So the guy peeks back. And he's like, listen, man, if you're going to wear the mask, at least wear it right. And I pulled it up like right before he said that. And I was like, what do you mean? Is it upside down? Am I wearing it wrong? And then he looks back and he's like, you know what you're doing. Why would you? And this becomes a whole thing. He gets really emotional. And I'm like, I'm drunk as shit. And I'm like, what if I just punch this guy in the back of the head and crash the car? And then I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be that guy being an asshole. This guy's doing a service here. So I'm like, I decided to be condescending. I'm like, hey, are you on any medication by chance? And he's like, what do you mean by that? What do you, hey, I'm just asking a question. Are you on any medication? And he's like, what's the implication here? What are you trying to say? I'm like, look, man, I'm just asking. And he's like, well, no, I'm not on any medication. And I was like, oh, okay. You ever think about getting on any? And he's like, oh, so that's what you meant. You know what? And then he gets real like he was a tortured soul. He gets real like, you're not going to steal my happiness from me. I'm not going to give you that power. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, I think you already did. We didn't even have sex yet. Anyways, I can tell now from me saying that out loud that I'm the asshole in the story, but fuck that guy. I tried to justify it by being like, listen, I need medication, so get out of my head. You're not fucking real. We all do, right? I'm a little retarded myself. I didn't like his attitude, so I gave him 1 star, and I said, he called me retarded. Yeah, and then the weekend after that, I passed out on another couch. It's becoming a theme. It's a problem. I don't get enough sleep. I train like 4 hours. Oh, yeah, I'm doing MMA now. That's yeah, I'm going to move to Texas and just fight people all the time. It's fucking Corona, man. It'll get you there, or it'll take you back. Figure out what you want to do, all right? I'm in pain everywhere, all the time, especially here. So I had to cut weight because I did a jiu-jitsu tournament, and I got a gold medal because there was only one other person in my weight division, and I beat them by points, which is nothing to be proud of. But I got a gold medal. Shut up. That was unnecessarily painful. I went from 215 to 195 in like 4 days with a combination of starvation and dehydration. And I don't think I'm going to do that again. It wasn't a pleasurable experience. That doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Except for consuming the right amount of calories of the right kinds of foods. All right, I heard something interesting that I got to share with you guys. I heard that Jay-Z killed Tupac, and he admitted it in 2 or 3 of his songs. Song number 1 is I Love the Dough. Listen to it yourself. And number 2 is Welcome to the Jungle. And this one's a stretch, but in N-Words in Paris with Jay-Z and Kanye, it sounds like they're saying we killed Tupac in the beginning, right after the sample of Will Ferrell saying we're going to skate to one song and one song only. And apparently that's why Kanye went crazy, because he found out that Jay-Z killed Tupac, not because of other stuff. Oh, yeah, and also, I didn't move to Austin because of Joe Rogan, all right? I've been planning to move here for fucking 3 or 4 years. He moved here because of me, if anything. Well, I mean, he moved here after. It was my idea first, all right? I don't know about DMT and jiu-jitsu, but I think he definitely sparked the DMT thing for me. I remember last time I was in Austin, I was hitting the DMT pen in a bar all night to the point where someone tried to fight me I had this on video. I don't remember this happening. But, when you do DMT, you kind of just space out and just stare at shit. And there's just a video of me just, like, staring into nothingness. And some guy coming up to me like, what? What are you looking at, fool? What's up? And I'm just looking through him. And I have no idea he's even there. And then one of my friends come up and like, hey, like, stop it. And I just had no idea any of this was occurring. But yeah, phenomenal drug. I highly recommend it. If you can't find any, sleep more, meditate. I don't know. I've been trying those isolation tanks too. Listen, Joe Rogan talks about all the cool shit, all right? He talks about a lot of cool shit. The isolation tanks, I didn't get a psychedelic thing in there, but I felt pretty good for the next 2 days after. I tried out cryotherapy. It just feels like being cold outside. I don't even know anymore, man. There's nothing going on. All I do is go to the gym all the time. And I'm not on fucking steroids, all right? It's called barbecue and a little bit of steroids. But there's fucking nothing going on. I'm exerting myself like 3-4 hours a day. I'm getting like 5 hours of sleep because I'm so excited for the next day because every day is amazing. And I'm fucking happy. Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. Rest in peace, I guess. Because do we like her? I don't know. She's a woman, but she's old and white. She has to be bad. R.I.P. RBG. So now we need a new Supreme Court justice, and Trump appoints them, and it is a for life position. Gulp. It hurts to live sometimes. The pain of existence is like being thrust thousands of miles below sea level with the impact of the atmosphere crushing every inch of my being. But you got to keep going, because after today, there's the tomorrow. And after tomorrow, there's like infinite lifetimes and infinite timelines. And if you just believe, everybody's going to be stealing your Lucky Charms, because you can't lead a horse to apple water, make him drink a far from... You know what's weird about women? They often have smelly vaginas. How do you guys let that happen? How do you not know? I smell my balls like 12 to 15 times a day. I want every female watching this right now, put a finger in there, give it a whiff, and if there's something awry, do something about it. It's not acceptable to just be out here smelling like that. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like when I'm with a lady and I'm trying to get down to business and go to an infinity pool in the Bahamas, and I end up at Pike Place Market, I'm going to need a refund on my tickets. If you guys don't clean your shit up, we're going to have to start wearing condoms made out of corn flour. Fish tacos, baby. Get it? The way to eat a fishy pussy is with lemon pepper and garlic salt. Like, guys wouldn't do that to you. We wouldn't have a fishy dick. Actually, I don't know, man. There's probably a lot of smelly guys out there. Personally, I always smell amazing within a 15-minute window of diarrhea. I had a lot of love for California, and I think people always ask me, what's so great about Austin? I think what's so great about Austin is the bar's a little bit lower. Because in California, everyone's working really hard on their finances, their looks, their social status, to a point where it kind of seems like it's part of normal life. And then you come here and you realize there's like homeless people hanging out with millionaires at the park and stuff. And it all kind of just meshes in. And no one really gives a shit. You spend your life working on yourself as a Californian, and then you come to Austin, you kind of got a little bit of a head start. Now, I've been saying this for years, but when you go up the coast of California, the better people get. I think because it's colder. I don't know, man. San Diego people, I judge cities in two ways. Number one, rent. Number two, cold approach. That's when you just walk up to a random girl and start talking to her. And if they're reciprocative, and if they reciprocate, it's a good city. Now, in San Diego, if you walk up to a group of girls and sit down and try to have a conversation, they're going to be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Without even saying it. They're just going to look at you like that and then look away. You go up to Orange County, same thing's going to happen. You go to LA, it's like a hit or miss because people who live in LA are usually not from LA. You get up to Santa Barbara, odds are pretty good. Then you get up to San Francisco, they're going to be pretty welcoming. You get up to Chico, they're going to start sucking your dick. You get up to Portland, they're going to have dicks. See you back here next week. Get out of my house.